Hello. Today we are going to be looking at our very first webcomic ever, Sovereign, the most amazing comic ever, and we're going to be roasting ourselves. We did a video previously where we looked over chapter 1 and the prologue, so we're going to start from chapter 2 today, but I'll give you a little speeder upper, a little synopsis. So basically, Sovereign, we have Zoltar, he's amazing, and that's about it. Ursula, is that it?
That's it.
Also, there's a guy named Elias. He's 16. It was his birthday. He was going to be coronated, and he got kidnapped by sky pirates.
Yep.
So that is that. Did Ursula get a new haircut? Did she?
I cut my bangs.
Oh, you did? I didn't even notice.
You didn't notice.
I didn't notice. I'm sorry.
I'm a little like, oh no, did I cut them too short? But
They did look a little short, but
grow
they
out.
grow back.
Exactly.
The day has come. Yes, so we're going to be looking at our first comic. Wow, we're reading Sovereign.
We're doing
Read
it.
along. So we're probably going to only read chapter 2 today, but last time we did this, it lasted like at least an hour of us just talking. So there's that.
There's a lot to talk about.
But we're going to continue the stream after that, and we'll do our normal stream stuff, and Ursula will work on Magpie after that.
Yes.
But first, we will be working on we'll look at this.
Well, look at this.
I'm just kind of stalling because I'm scared to see this.
I know. I was like, I'm worried. I'm gonna cringe at my art. It's not as bad as chapter 3.
Oh god, chapter 3 is so bad.
I was looking over it. Chapter 3 is like the worst Sovereign chapter.
By far.
By far.
Yeah.
So at least we're not there yet, but it's still like, oh my god, what was I thinking?
Zoltar spinoff when? I second Charlie. Zoltar's objectively the best. Speaking of Zoltar, I started playing Tales of Vesperia again, which is like soul, a little bit of a soul sovereign, you know, like one of my inspas.
Yes.
And I really like Raven and that boy.
That boy is good.
Zoltar energy, slightly, very slightly. But I don't see it as much anymore. But at the time, hell yeah.
Yes.
I love his pearl nose. Okay.
Okay.
That was just Ursula's nose.
That was just the nose I drew on every character.
Yeah. Zoltar doesn't get his own nose until much later.
No. See, Zoltar is like an interesting character because all my characters had like the little anime face, except for Zoltar because I gave him like a squared off chin.
Yeah, because I wouldn't let you give him anime face.
Exactly.
Because he's my boy. So talk me through what was your process on this horrible page?
Okay, so this page for the title page, I like what I've done with the background. Honestly, like a little bit, except at the bottom of it. I clearly grabbed like a hard brush and just set like the opacity really low and just kind of built up layers to make it look like clouds.
It kind of looks like the end scene of issue 2 of 9 Point.
I was thinking that. I was like, oh my god, where I like sat down and like actually made the clouds look like all nice and like ethereal and stuff. Same color palette though, somehow. But down here it just gets super messy and like, what is that? What
are those pockets? Yes, he's covered in pockets.
He has tons of pockets. So the way I used to color was just terrible. So as you can see, like everything on here is like super desaturated. Like it's Zoltar himself is like almost gray. Like his skin is gray.
Can you turn the music down in our ears even more?
Sure.
Just use the desktop volume, I think. Because I think it's even going to be kind of loud for them too. We'll just lean slight background noise. Thank you.
There we go.
Okay.
So yeah, so he is like completely gray. Even his skin, which should probably be
he's
like
a zombie.
He looks like a zombie. He looks dead. It should be probably warmer. Like, and even in this image where it obviously has like a cooler atmosphere to it, like it's the background's all purple and stuff and the lighting's purple.
Young Ursula following her name.
Literally. Like there should be some saturation within the colors instead of it just being like grayscale.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. So yeah, so that is me. The other thing I used to always do was I'd add white lines to everything. I think it was an attempt at like backlighting
Yeah.
in this case. It's
Well,
not good.
specifically, I told you to do it. Like, I didn't tell you to do white lines, but I was telling you to, like, I didn't know how to do color either, but I knew you weren't doing it right. And I was like, it needs, like, highlights. Like, maybe you could, like, color the line art. And you just took that to me, and I'm going to just cover it in white. And I was like, you know what? Okay. I like the typography. Yeah, I like the font that she made. Like, she made that font. She's
made
not
that.
using it well because she created the most amazing merger. Like,
I
where
know.
it's just coming out of his forehead.
Yes.
And the entire composition for this is really lackluster.
It's not great.
It's a lot of competing elements. It's very like it's thirded, but it's halved diagonally.
Yes.
There's a diagonal halving of it going on, which isn't good. You want rule of thirds or not. And if you're gonna break rule of thirds, it better be for like a good reason.
Yeah.
And this is not a good reason.
No, I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
It feels a lot like I didn't want to draw it or spend a lot of time on it because it's not a very like dynamic pose. I'm not showing his hands, which is like an obvious like young
Yeah.
Ursula. Like I don't want to draw this. I'm not gonna put anything complicated in it.
That's such a mood.
Yeah, it feels very scribbled down at the last minute because I forgot I needed a title page.
Like a 12-year-old trying to imitate the beauty gurus use highlights.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yes. That was
Oh my
me.
god. Yeah. All right. All right. You know, I think we've said enough. This page is really boring to look at. Let's go to this page. Okay, I will read it. When we last left Elias, he was stupid and boring because wait,
There we go.
just letting you know he hasn't changed. Thanks, Zoltar.
Thanks, Zoltar. Great narration.
I actually like that narration. Sometimes Zoltar's narration got like way too much, but I think this is just a very good opening. Like,
Yeah.
welcome back. Because there wasn't even a break, though. Anyone who says Sovereign is bad will get immediately perma-banned. Sovereign's bad, guys. Perma-ban me. Elias is so bullied. Elias is like what I want to do with Aaron in Avo, where like the narrative gets to make fun of him constantly, whereas like in Avo I don't get to do that with Aaron. We just gotta deal with him being a weenie and existing. Like Zoltar is just here to make fun of everything. I like the writing as far as like scene to scene goes, but the overall plot of Sovereign is bad.
Yes.
I like the shot of Elias, like color aside, like I like the first panel.
I do too. It's like
It's got a nice like line of motion because it kind of creates like there's like a foreground that leads into a background.
one thing I would have done. There's like enemy ships over here. I would have brought them down here.
Yeah.
Where they're like actually in the focal point. But I like it. It is a pretty good composition.
Yeah. Well, you just didn't want to draw ships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a comic about like sky pirates, and I didn't want to draw ships.
Yeah, you never learned.
No.
Never looked at a ship.
Hell
just
no.
Made them up in your head. This is what
Exactly.
ship looked like.
Listen, 17-year-old Ursula, she was just making it work for her.
Exactly. I love the pinks and purple. Yeah, I do too. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's kind of why chapter 2 isn't as bad as like the later ones.
True. Chapter 3, we'll see it eventually, probably, but it's all set inside the ship, so it's all like brown and gray. It's really
Yeah.
boring. Where this is at least like at dawn, the sun's coming up.
Well, the thing is, you don't really pick a palette at this point. You don't understand how to make color relativity happen. Like Elias always looks incredibly pale and bright, and the dress doesn't look like it's very ketchup and mustard still.
Yes.
Yeah.
I find wherever there's red, it's usually like the brightest color because I didn't know how to I didn't know how to balance color at all. So like
Spin-off Bones got bored of being nice to his characters edition. Ships never heard of her.
don't know her.
Full of cop-outs is still my school project. Is is this? Oh, okay, yeah. There's lots of cop-outs.
One thing I did that I kind of like is I really like this kind of textured caption I did.
I told you to do that.
Yeah.
I made that texture actually by hand.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You did. Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I made it in like watercolor to overlay onto stuff.
Mm-hmm. But that was such a good choice because I remember at first, like, because I was using such dark grayed out colors, I tried putting like yellow captions on top, and they just like took over the scene.
Yeah.
They stood out so much, it looked so gross. And then we were like, let's add this texture to kind of like fit it in more. And I think it's just like a cool stylization type
The colors
thing.
are so sad to look at because the other stuff is like good. Yeah, the colors really ruin Ursula's art early on.
Yeah, for real.
What's in the top right corner?
The top right, this one?
It's ships.
It's ships. It's the enemy airships.
Like I think the bottom panel, the third panel, like the second panel is just kind of boring, but the third panel is like incomprehensible. Like it's got a good shape form to it, kind of like.
Yeah.
That's what I like about it, but it's I don't know what we're looking at here.
See, I know
The
what we're looking at
background
here.
doesn't like. I know it's ships, but like it. There's like someone standing on the one ship.
Yeah, there's like the. Is it Layson? Is he the bad guy?
Yeah, Layson.
Layson. So he's standing on like the bow of this ship or whatever.
When
This is the enemy airship approaching, and this is the pirate ship. And then below is like the city lights of the Dark Kingdom.
Yeah, it was probably not a good idea to make it in the Dark Kingdom first because, man, drawing dark scenes good is hard.
It's really hard. I didn't know how to do it.
Step one. Everything's so ashy and dark. Yeah.
Yeah, super ashy. See, this is what I mean when I tell you guys not to color with black. Like, not to shade things with black. So all of the shadows on here I'm using gray to darken things instead of like using, say, like a darker, more saturated version of the color. I've desaturated the shadows, which is when you get this really muddy look to it.
Looks like the ships are gonna crash into each other. Damn. For real.
Do.
Yeah. Yeah. That's basically it. Like.
God, 2013.
Oh God, 2013.
When we were babies.
I was still in school.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Okay. Next page. Oh my God.
Oh, I like the middle panel
He's
actually.
melted AF. Oh my God.
I also I didn't understand how to
The ships at the bottom are so bad too. Okay. Okay.
What is happening here? That is Zoltar, but you cannot
Wait, that's
distinguish him.
Zoltar?
You cannot distinguish him from the background.
It is. I love the boom ka-chunk.
Yes. But I kind of like the middle panel, mostly for Basil's face.
Oh wait, I'm supposed to read it.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. You can be Rael. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Return us the ambassador, or prepare to be boarded.
Prepare to be boarded, boys.
Boom ka-chunk. Those cheekbones, though.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
I didn't understand.
Honeydew.
You're right, Honeydew's in the background.
Honeydew is this character that I gave his entire backstory for no reason.
He shows up in 2 scenes.
I do this constantly. This is the problem with 9 Point. This is why 9 Point is up to 90 characters right now. Because I just
Background
add
characters
stuff,
for
yeah.
days.
I love Basil.
I know, he's just the best part. It's just no.
We need to recolor that because it's such a good little picture.
Right.
But get rid of the ashy. The purple is nice. Ursula, okay, back in the past, Ursula's only good quality was working in purple. Like that's
Listen.
all she could do. Eventually, that's what Sovereign becomes. It becomes it becomes a purple party.
It's purple and blue by the end.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes. I still only use purple. It's just the best color,
It
okay?
really is. Can we read the backstory or will it forever be secret? Okay, what is the backstory of Honeydew? Okay, Honeydew is married to a mage,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
And I don't know the rest.
He's part of the Dark Kingdom military. His wife is a mage. I remember he learns about there's this special pendant amulet thing
Mm-hmm.
that he knows about because he's like, oh, my wife told me about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have like scenes written about him. Nobody, Ursula. It's purple, baby. Even Magpie, for some reason. I know it's in black and white, but I imagine it is very purple. I don't know what it is, but it feels very purple in my heart.
I mean, part of it is like a lot of the promo art I use purple.
Oh, yeah, that's
Same
true.
with Pretty Mouth.
I guess the covers, too, used to be very purple.
Yeah. I mean, part of that was just because like I wanted it to feel like cosmic horror-y, but
Who is Yellow Shirt Guy? Oh, what's
he's
his
just a
name?
background pirate. I forget his
Oh my
name.
God, they all have names based on spices.
You're right. Oh
Yeah.
my god, I forgot about that, but I don't remember what his name is. I
Yeah.
remember these two, they're boyfriends. I draw them together constantly, but I think their names are like Cinnamon and Sugar or something like
No,
that.
one of them's Chives.
Chives. Is it Cinnamon and Chive?
I know someone's
Or
Cloves.
Nutmeg and Chive?
And there's Nutmeg. I don't know. They're never. And then there's Edvard.
And then there's Edward. Oh my
Yeah.
god. I love the background pirates, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's this big buff guy. Buff. He was supposed to be buff. I didn't know how to draw buff people. But he's like the big guy. There's like this dude with the little vest. There's this guy with the purple shirt back here. There's the boyfriends.
Oh, that's a good question. Do you guys think he did a better job with Sovereign or Pretty Mouth? I think Sovereign is better written and Pretty Mouth is better drawn.
Yeah,
I
I'd
think-
agree.
I think Sovereign was my achievement in writing. I was much better at being clear when it was just a silly thing.
Yes.
And it was much easier for Ursula when she didn't have to use color.
Mhm. Definitely.
Yeah,
I
we're gonna read.
excelled.
We're gonna read Pretty Mouth at some point too. Once we're done Sovereign, I think.
Yes.
I just found your art channel. Forgetting this channel again after forgetting the name.
Oh no.
Hello, welcome
Well,
back.
Things
then.
are coming back, yeah.
Yellow Shirt Guy isn't even a major character. He stands out the most.
I know. I know, Tuesday. Why did you make it in color? It looks pretty. That was basically it. We wanted it to be. I mean, like most of the webcomics that we like were inspired by were in color.
Yeah,
I think was a big part of it.
I didn't really understand the appeal of black and white until much later.
Yes.
Question: how would you guys react if someone drew Sovereign fan art in 2021? Asking for myself.
I'm losing my mind.
Oh my god, I love Sovereign fan art. We have a lot of it,
We
surprisingly.
do.
Yeah,
Well, it was
People
around
like-
for a long time.
people like Sovereign.
Mm.
Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, I think we've said all we can about this page, unless you have any opinions. Oh god, this page was so bad. I knew it was bad. I hate. Okay, from a composition standpoint, I hate the flow of this page because
Oh, yeah.
usually you're so good at flow, but this one, all of it points right into that middle like intersection.
It's like right here. all
Yeah,
points
everything
to.
points in there for no reason.
No
Like if you
reason.
had like a call out panel there that was important, like maybe that'd be interesting. But yeah. Okay. Take us through your process. It's iconic. It is.
Okay. So the other problem I have with this. So basically what's happening is they're being boarded. There's all the soldiers like coming across on these weird rope things.
I didn't even know.
I
what
don't know.
Tangents, yeah.
But the other thing that's wrong is I keep breaking the 180 rule.
Yes.
So basically it's hard to tell what direction they're coming from because like in this first panel he's facing like this way and then in the next panel he's facing the other way, so it's like where is he?
yeah.
And I keep flipping around the direction. So yeah. So that is a big mistake. The flow does also point toward the middle just because of the way they're pointing.
Mm-hmm.
I think what I was trying to do was lead to the next panel, and that's why I was flipping them around. But it just didn't
The
work.
purple is so pretty. Everyone's just vibing with the purple.
We do be vibing with the purple.
The best way to board a ship is to shimmy across on a thin rope, right? I love. Okay, in the top panel, you can see the people standing on the ship. Like, there's cannons and shit going off. Like, dude, like, why are you standing there? That's not
No.
safe.
I was like, oh, this is Percy's introduction.
It's true.
Oh my god.
It's very Percy. I didn't give two hecks about Percy for the longest time.
I
I
loved
hated
him
this
from the
character.
start. He's the
Okay,
best.
so Sovereign basically started as an RP with me, Ursula, and our friend named Jen.
Yes.
And Jen's character was Jen's Percy?
No, she had
No,
Riel.
you were Percy.
I was Percy.
And she would sass you with Rael.
Yes,
Like that's where all
yes.
this came from. Your character was Percy and Elias, and those are like the two characters I'm the meanest to. It's funny, isn't it? Well, I guess I'm mean to Eris, but I made Eris to
True.
be mean to.
You made Eris. Eris and
Zoltar used
Zoltar
to
were
be
yours.
way more abusive, like in the RP.
Oh yeah, he was pretty bad.
He was really bad. It's a little more like fun and jovial in the actual comic, but he's still kind of a
He's a butthead.
He's a big butthead. Bully Ursula's characters on site for real. Well, I got back. I changed it. I changed formula with Pretty Mouth where I made Ursula's character the meanest human in existence. Yeah.
I do create weenie characters.
Yes.
They're my fave.
Oh my god, it's so dark. Those like bottom panels.
Yeah, you
I do
can't
like-
tell what's happening.
I do like Percy's face though. Like, wow, this is a bad idea.
He's like, oh god, what is my life?
I love these pirates.
I love these two. They're dating. Matching vests.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
All
moving
right,
on
what's
from that
next?
embarrassment onto this embarrassment.
I like the guy dying casually in the background.
No, they're just falling to their deaths.
Oh my god, that bottom panel is really bad. Like, it's not even good, like, for penciling and, like, inking and stuff, which is usually what you're, like, okay at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Zoltar does not work for this scene because
just-
he's so dark.
So dark.
It's because I gave you a character that dresses in all black,
In
and you
all
were like,
black.
how?
It's like in a night scene
Yeah.
when I didn't understand how to color things.
Okay.
I did also, one thing I remember doing while working on this is every page I'd make the purple a little brighter, like the sun was coming up. That was a
Yeah.
little thing I did that I still
Yeah.
kind of like.
Oh, anyways, hey, has anyone taught you how to fight? That was a meme in our friend group.
Yes.
Where like that was just the meme. It was it. I would give a fist. I would be like, "Come here, let me teach you how to fight," because I was very punchy as a teen. I punched a lot of people.
Fighting.
Bones of the secret backstory. I was aggressive.
He's a bad boy. I fell for the bad boy.
Yeah, I like the sky getting brighter. Yeah, I like that touch too. Except the
Mhm.
problem is, once the purple is gone, oh no. McDonald's colors.
Yes.
Oh my god.
That is Rael.
Rael
the
is
whole
so
thing.
like, yeah, like I want to say Rael is bad, but it's just the color in general.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like that's all we're gonna talk about at this point. I like looking at the very bottom panel where like the skin is so rendered, but it's rendered all in gray,
I know.
and it's just like she got covered in dirt. He's just rubbing it on her.
I'm noticing it a lot in like their skin and stuff because like it's supposed to be like a smooth texture, right? But I didn't understand how to like blend.
Yeah.
So it's all very like choppy and just kind of like slopped on like the shading and the color and stuff. So like their skin looks like bumpy because of it.
This is like when Ursula was on the couch last night and I couldn't even see her. Sat there in the darkness like a goblin. Oh my god, Basil. Oh god, yeah. Basil is not having it.
He's so upset with this whole thing.
I love Zoltar though. My problem is with Zoltar is he drew him like very not muscular early on too. He's just got like the weenie arms. Like Zoltar can punch you.
I drew everyone as a weenie.
Sorry, I just looked at the next page.
Oh, no.
Right as I said that. Scroll down, come see.
Oh,
Come
God. Oh my god.
I feel like that punch should have knocked her out.
I know. But she's tough.
That's true. She is tough.
She'll punch you right back.
I feel like Rael needs to be more muscular. Like in your redesign of her, she was a lot more like.
I love my redesign of her that I did. But where I actually made her muscular.
Listen,
look-
okay,
look-
Zoltar, okay, at this point, Zoltar thinks that she's kidnapped his lovely assistant, Eris, because Zoltar has really bad eyesight, and Eris and Elias get confused. So he's trying to save his not buddy. They're not friends,
They're-
okay?
It's not
His
friends.
assistant.
Yes.
I love Edvard in the back. His expression.
It's like, how dare you?
He's just gasped. They're all aghast.
Wait. I keep looking at the little faces and I'm dying.
A bunch of noodle arms thinking they are tough, right?
Oh my god.
Was this the scene? Were these the scenes that stopped being penciled in pencil and started being penciled on the computer?
Maybe.
I don't know. At some point, McDonald's girl has cleavage. She do. Ursula got rid of it, and I was upset.
She does cover up a bit more later.
I think Rael. Part of the thing is, Rael's like a bit based on Yoko, because like I think Jen liked that kind of character.
Yeah, definitely.
Like from Gurren Lagann.
Mhm.
I didn't know what Gurren Lagann was at this point.
But she liked
Yeah.
that kind of character.
Yeah. I love writing Rael. She's one of my favorites. She like became the main character, one of the main characters. Like she was always a main character, but she got like such a role. She's like the one who has like the better plot arc, I think,
Honestly,
of characters.
Yeah, she definitely has like an arc that makes sense and finishes.
Yeah, Zoltar's like cut a lot from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll get into that. All right, let's go. Okay.
Oh right, that was pretty good.
You also used to never draw the iris colors, which made me sad because
Oh.
I don't know. Well,
It's because a lot of the time I didn't understand how to draw. Like I found a lot of the time I draw eyes and they look crooked. So I used dots quite a bit because it was easier to hide.
Because my problem is Zoltar has red eyes, and I just love it. It's beautiful.
Yes.
We're missing Zoltar sounds like such like an edgy like Shadow the Hedgehog type like designed character, but he's like such a doofus. Like he's not edgy. Well, I guess he is kind of a broody character, but he's like fun broody.
Oh, here I'll type out Gurren Lagann.
He's like Luel. Gurren Lagann, yeah.
Yeah.
Zoltar fan art incoming. Okay. I like the bottom panel where she's like, "This is pretty good." I also like the action of this guy. It's the punchy feel. Oh my god, where are we going down?
There's so many like little background jokes in Sovereign. Like I love Percy just punching his way onto the ship.
Dogo in the camera? Yeah, Dogo.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay, so Ursula moved on without me.
Sorry.
I like Zoltar's broken neck.
Shush.
Sheesh.
Listen.
I like that Basil hasn't said anything. He's just been pouting.
He doesn't want any part of this.
Ursula, you're talking.
Oh, sorry. But you haven't seen my drip.
Oh my god. Set up.
Oh, look. A military dog made it onto my ship.
Wait. I love Percy. I love everyone just holding their cheeks. Like that's what happens when you get punched. Your cheek
Exactly.
hurts.
Yes.
That's it.
He snake striked him. I'm losing my mind. Oh my god.
Zoltar sounds like a Legend of Zelda character or someone's D&D character. He's actually named after one of my favorite magicians who only does like magician stuff in like Ontario, like on the Ontario circuit, and I just liked this magician when I was a kid. He was called Zoltan the Adequate, and whenever he would do his magic, he would finish it and he'd be like, "Was that the most amazing thing you ever saw?" And you were supposed to reply, "No, just adequate."
Oh my god,
And
yeah.
I loved it.
Wasn't he at the Renaissance Fair
Yeah.
for a bit with
He's been at the Renaissance Fair. He went to Fairy Fest.
Yeah.
He was too vulgar for Fairy Fest.
Oh, okay.
Or
I can see
Fairy
that.
Fest? Was it Fairy Fest?
Yeah, I think that's what it was called.
I forget what it's called. Whatever, the fairy thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was too raunchy,
Too raunchy.
so he got removed. He also had a bunch of rats.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just has rats crawling on him, like little pet rats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, so that's kind of like where Will Zoltar came from. But everyone thought it was like Zoltar from like Big, that movie where like there's the amazing Zoltar machine. I didn't even know that.
Oh, yeah. It's the amazing Zoltar machine. So, yeah, I remember for the longest time I thought that's where it came from.
Yeah,
It was
wasn't.
Zoltan the Adequate.
Yeah.
I
I like when you don't draw the eyes. Like,
Oh, yeah. I used to draw when characters were in the background, I'd remove their eyes. I think that's just like a manga thing.
I think
that I picked
so.
up.
Is that where the tiny bunny came from? The rats? Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Zoltar just loves animals more than people. I relate. You ever hear Googling Zoltan and fighting YouTube videos? I don't know if he's still good. I haven't really watched him, but like as a kid, I was like enthused. What's this webcomic named? Sovereign, the most amazing comic ever.
Yes. You can
Which
find
was
it on
which was
Webtoon.
a joke.
Yes.
People wouldn't put it in listings as the most amazing comic ever, which annoyed me because it was like I'm obviously saying it's not the best comic ever. It's ironic. Like
I know. And sometimes you tell people the title and be like, "Oh, really?" And you're like, "Yeah, I know."
the most pretentious title ever. It's not though. It's
just
a joke.
It's a joke. It's because it's based off Zoltar's narration where he's claiming he's like
Yeah, he's telling the most amazing story you've ever heard in your life.
Oh, thanks, Jude.
Apparently Zoltan has Facebook vids of feeding rats.
Oh,
See, that's what I see now. Like I see him on Facebook with rats all the time,
hell yeah.
explaining the joke. Listen, we had to. No one got it.
We're too ahead of our time.
Oh.
Oh, but this final panel is Zoltar realizing.
Wait, no. Oh, wait.
sorry.
Actually, it doesn't continue into the next scene. Okay. I love Zoltar so much.
He's realizing it's not Eris.
I love him because he's a very distinct design too,
Yes.
compared to like all the other characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
What's next? Okay, that's all you, I guess.
Return as the ambassador, or you will regret this.
Oh wait, that's Percy. Okay,
right.
whatever.
Puppy. That's your nickname now. Puppy. I think it suits you. But Puppy, I want you to call off your ship.
Boots. Sorry, that's okay.
Why would I do that?
How can he call him off? He's like just like a little
He's
bean.
He's a little grunt. Like, oh god, that chin.
Oh my god, he's like one of like the very pale characters. Like he's all the same color.
Yes, I had to eventually darken his hair a little bit because his hair is literally the same color as his skin.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
It's upsetting.
Yeah, that guy like who's in the green shirt, like in that one panel, his like back goes forever.
They do. His butt's down here.
I remember not liking this page. Like I
Yeah.
didn't like looking at it.
No, I feel like if this panel cut off like here, it would be okay
Yeah,
because it's got a good focal point of like Rael talking.
yeah,
But like it's just there's nothing going on at the bottom.
yeah, and it's definitely the 180 problem.
Yes.
Like everyone's all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah. I don't love this like part of the plot either. There's like a whole oh god, sorry, I just looked at the next page. But like there's like a whole section of just like things keep happening over and over again that are like the exact same, which is kind of annoying to me. And that was one thing I didn't like about my writing. Okay, the next panel sucks. This is like one of the worst panels you've ever drawn.
You're right, it is. Oh god. This is so painful to read, guys. I hope you're happy.
Like, I
Oh,
constantly would give you splash pages and you wouldn't do anything with them. Or I'd be like, here's an establishing shot. And you'd be like, here's a
nope.
brown box, black rectangle. Right? It's just like, oh my God.
See,
Ship goes burr.
so you know what's supposed to be happening? There's supposed to be the sun's coming up, and he's like a dark mage, so like the sun hurts him or something.
Yeah, we never really got into it.
No.
Also, the sun really doesn't hurt them that much. Elias
No.
just sucks really bad.
He's
And I
just-
never get that across either.
No.
Like, because I also didn't really understand the magic system at this point, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. I had to retcon a lot of it and be like, none of this actually works. Elias just sucks, and Rael lucked into it. People are transparent, right? She didn't even draw people.
Hell no.
There's no layers. There's no like foreground, midground, background. It's just a rectangle. You can't even really tell it's the sun going off. It looks like it's exploding.
It does. It looks like the back of the ship is exploding.
Right. I also like that smoke comes out of them, but like they're actually run by wind magic.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't think I understood that at the time.
Well, I don't think I decided that at this point either. So,
Mm.
you know,
See, this is why you should write your whole script
it's true.
before you start your comic, so that little logical things will come together.
Listen. Oh my God, I do love Percy's face at the bottom.
I do too.
He's like, hey, call up your ships or we'll do far worse. On fire. What's the rectangle even supposed to be? It's supposed to be the ship
Mhm.
and everyone's standing on it. And it's the focal point of this scene, like this panel, like what it's supposed to convey. And I think I needed to write that better for Ursula. And she needed to understand how to convey things. But I would say in this one, we'd be looking out off of the ship, maybe like have some characters in the front, and then the focal point would be the sun rising.
Yep.
Because like that's the thing that we care about here.
But it's like it's not even in the panel.
Yeah. Percy's like, Lamau, he won't die, it's fine. I love Percy's ears though when they start to get big.
Right.
It's got cute big ears. Because every character that wasn't like Zoltar and Rael just kind of looked the same.
Oh,
And even
totally.
Rael just was a girl and that was her thing. Art question, do you mind me asking? Any tips for making interesting panels without breaking 180 rule to tiny pieces or destroy the flow? For example, table scenes where it's mostly dialogue. The thing with the 180 thing is it's not necessarily that you can't move the camera. You have to, there has to be a progression of movements,
Mhm.
right? You can't just like suddenly flip. But if you look at one character, then both of them, and then the other side, it's fine.
Yeah.
And you can also do shot, reverse shot, and it's fine too, but you need to really pay attention to space.
Yeah, it's just like you need to have like a firm understanding of like where your characters are in the space,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to just establish it. If you plan to do any like fancy camera work.
Yeah. I tend
Um,
to like, in my writing now, like I establish where characters are and I try to make sure there's scenes to establish. And if there's not, there's like a reason for it. Like either this scene has already been established or I want it to be a bit disorienting.
Yep.
But you just got to be aware of that. It's just like her style, SMH. That's so sad. Okay, what's the next one? Let him speak, Basil. He'll convince Puppy to turn his ship around. Would you like to get out of this light, Elias? Tell me, do you want to get out of it?
Oh, please let me go, Miss Captain.
Oh, look, he's already calling me Captain.
I like it versus giant head.
I love just the scowl face you put on everyone.
I know.
Percy and Basil, same face, same energy.
Yes.
They're basically the same character, but one has brown hair.
Yes.
Percy
Oh
is
my
so
God.
mad. He really do be.
He do be mad.
Why is Elias so dark in that one panel if it's bright light? Like,
It's
Isn't it
supposed to
isn't it
be.
supposed to be showing off that like he's in the light and it hurts, but he just looks like he's in the dark.
No. I think this one here is supposed to be he's facing away from the sun, so it's like heavy shadow, but that doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense because the light's coming up.
I didn't understand
Yeah, it's
light
okay.
sourcing. Hello.
This reminds me of something, but I can't remember. That's fine. You drew Rael's boobs pretty well. Sorry, I'm just like noticing. Oh, sorry, that was loud. I'm just kind of like noticing that in like every panel so far. Like her boobs have been well rendered.
I understood the bobbies. That's it.
You did understand Bobby's, it seems.
Nothing else.
They're like they have weight. They are attached to the body correctly. Like they're not like just circles. Like
Except here, this is a little.
I mean that's fair, but like
Her
they're like whenever she's up close, it's like okay.
bobbies have been lovingly drawn.
I think the bobbies are probably easier just because like they don't move around as much. Like they don't have to. You don't have to articulate the bobbies.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just have to know how they look like
She's
from
also
different angles.
she's also wearing a dress that like what's the word?
Accentuates.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the whole point.
Okay, let's move on.
No thoughts, only Bob. Articulated bobbies.
No.
Okay. Oh, this is my favorite joke. I love the bottom panel. Wait a minute, you're not Eris. I just love him yelling at him. I just love the you face.
Oh my god. I love this panel. This face right here is my favorite.
I'm sorry, but like, I just want to mention the grab and shove. You're back to doing that, where you just
know.
write the actions because you're like, there's no way. How does he
Yes.
shove Basil? Like that doesn't make sense.
No, so here's another example of me like breaking the rules because he's like coming up from behind Basil, but then he gets in front of Elias. My guess is that he turns Elias toward him, but because I flipped the camera around, it looks like Zoltar has like teleported around them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Elias's face at the bottom is so stupid in that first panel of looking up. Like
Hate it.
his tiny iris and his
It's-
big iris
The eyes are so disproportionate. What's with this face?
and his mouth.
Little mouth.
I love the tiny little cut.
I know.
Zoltar should have suplexed Basil. For real. The crab isn't even on the right side, right? It doesn't make any sense. Also, from a writing standpoint, I don't know if this is my fault or Ursula's because she used to never listen to my paneling decisions. Because, like, we're having the punchline of one scene start the next scene, but it's given very little space. And then we continue to have a whole other, like, unrelated scene that occurs, which is just, like, not really good for, like, splicing things together.
No.
Like, if he's gonna attack Rael, like, give it, like, space, because this is important.
Yes.
And then maybe have the shocked scene and lead into the Zoltar one, but, like, you can't, like, this is such an important panel.
I know.
Like,
It's just relegated to the little
Yeah.
corner.
What's supposed to happen to him in the sun, though? The text makes it seem like he'll die, but the visuals just tell me he doesn't like being shoved around. I mean, it's the latter. He doesn't like being shoved around, and the light is a little owie.
Yep.
I retcon that a lot, where I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Elijah sucks at magic. Like,
He do.
he's just bad.
Yeah.
He's just a baby.
He's baby. As we can see.
At this point, I don't quite know what's going on in this story. I'm just moving with the plot. I'm just happy that I made things happen in my comics instead of just sitting around forever. Like, even though Ursula couldn't draw it, like, I had dreams, which I guess kind of pushed her to, like, have to try.
That's true.
Yeah. All right, what's next? We're Eris, that's the ambassador, you idiot. What's the throw?
I
Wait,
don't know.
please help me, sir.
throwing Elias or is he throwing Basil?
I also hate that you even write throw in like black too, so it doesn't even stand out, even if it was important.
Oh god.
Also, why is he holding his cheek? Did he get punched?
I think it was supposed to be he gets elbowed by Zoltar in the face.
That's
or
not even the
something.
right cheek. He's getting elbowed. His arm is so tiny, or something's wrong with
God.
it. Oh yeah, like his upper arm is shorter than his lower arm.
Oh, you're right. I do like this face.
Oh yeah, that's a good face. I like Zoltar processing. I also like his grumpy face looking down at Basil. Like, this is your fault. See, Zoltar is like one of those characters where I like know everything he's thinking. Like I am deeply connected with Zoltar. Like,
emotionally and spiritually.
yeah, like I just know everything about him, but I never explain it to anyone. But he works. Panel 2 is a cat. Panel 2.
Yes. He does have little cat eyes.
Little cat eyes.
Oh god.
Ursula was
Sorry.
really great at expressions. She was.
Yeah.
Now she just does
now.
the same crying faces, or Amanda's the serious face.
It's because you wrote a horror comic where everyone's constantly like, "Ah."
I love Tammy's faces. Sorry. Okay, we'll go back.
Anyways.
Reading Magpie together. Let's go.
I think. Sorry, I'm looking at this little tiny section up here. I can scroll up a bit where you
Yeah.
see the top of Zoltar's like hairpiece.
Yeah, I know.
I think it got. I didn't draw the top of it,
Yeah.
so I think I just filled it with black. Like I think it's supposed to go up more.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, Ursula.
On every level, on all levels except physical, Bones is Zoltar. Listen, he was my character. Zoltar is so weird in this because I just jumped into their RP like randomly at some point with the most weird character that does not fit.
Oh, I think you did.
The most discordant child. I love this next panel.
I like we just missed the fight between them. Like we left off with Percy like lunging at her, and then
But
just...
side note, before we even go, like I really like those two.
That's true. I like these panels.
There's like lots of action. Obviously, like the Womp panel is completely black and you can't see it. But actually, if you looked at the pencils for it, it's really nice.
Yeah, it's got lots
And
of like...
Womp is actually a sound and not an action.
It's white on a dark background, so you can read it.
Yeah, we got some like looking upwards.
I got some little foreshortening going on.
Yeah, the little foreshortening's good because it makes Rael look big. Look at those hips. Girl got cake.
Oh,
Do you
my
kin
God.
Zoltar? No. Womp. Sorry, plosives. Okay, call off your ships, puppy. Please stop. I'll do what you want. Just please stop. Call up the ships. Fine, call up the ships.
I know, I like how Elias had the power this whole time to be like, back off, everyone.
Elias so cute and small.
He baby.
The problem is, like, when you draw people in, like, the background, they don't look far away, or they look too far away.
Yeah.
Like,
There's no sense of, like, space. It
yeah.
shifts around all the time.
I love it when you draw half a head and they just look, like, sharp.
I know. I was terrible at, like, profiles.
Yeah.
I drew them so sharp.
Elias
Also,
is such a
I'm
weenie.
living for these legs.
Damn. Those
He's got, like, Slender Man legs.
He does.
Also, you can't see Percy at all. He's just a floating head.
You know what I also like about the top two panels?
What?
Is like when you're going through this section, everything is just that bright pink color, and it's really obnoxious when there's nothing going on against it.
Yes.
Yeah. Like those two panels almost look like a good comic.
Yes.
And then we go right back to the Sovereign.
The grumpy comic.
Yeah. Good comic colored by Ursula.
I like how I just threw orange on everything instead of like actually putting highlights.
That's true, you did.
Instead of actually like lightening things.
When you can see the legs, but not Percy. Percy just looks like hands. He's He's just a floating head.
He just got decapitated. It's fine.
I like how it's just call off the ships repeated 3 times.
I
For
know.
real. I just I know. I know. I know.
I know.
This okay, I will say that chapter 2 through 4 are like my worst writing for this. Cuz that was written first and then I actually sat down and wrote the whole script. So like I wrote the first 3 chapters like in class when I was supposed to be working. Like I'd have my little binder open and I'd be like, "Yes, I'm writing plots of chapters. Let's go." Percy looks like Undertale Mystery Man in the you do. Okay. Next page. Aw, you heard him, puppy. The ambassador tells us to call off the fleet.
Is he sure?
I love that they're just doing it.
They're like,
Okay. Side note.
Yes.
Okay. what it sounds really silly at this point. However, Layson is evil and wants Elias to die.
Yes.
This is motivation we learn later. So this silly harebrained scheme where he's like, you know what, just let the pirates take him. You know, it's pretty legit.
Yeah.
There's not gonna be no repercussions.
They're like, oh no, we tried to save him, but they got away.
Are you sure?
Are you sure? You didn't even try.
What Layson's wait, what Layson's thinking, now that I know Layson, like this is like my justification for this after the fact. I'm looking at the next page, but Layson's just like, oh damn, the the nephew I hate and the ambassador I need to kill have been kidnapped by pirates.
He's just
Just
like,
let him go.
Yes.
Just work the heck out.
Also, honeydew. I remember we made a screenshot of this face and used it everywhere for a while. We just send it to each other.
It's such a bad face. Honeydew's like, what is going on?
I know. Like, excuse me. That tailcoat. I know he gets the cool tailcoat. I think I forgot about it in later chapters, so he doesn't have the cool jacket anymore.
Damn.
All in a day's work.
I like that Honeydew's an admiral and he's not as decked out as Layson.
I know.
How dare. All in a day's work.
I do like Percy here. That one looks cute.
Yeah. Alright, what's the next one? Wait, allow me to board. Captain Layson, allow me to board. Uncle Layson. Poor puppy. Full speed, boys. What about the prisoners, Captain? To the brig. Why is it coming out of her legs?
That was a thing I didn't learn for a long time. Was I used to point bubble tails at just the character and not their face. Yeah.
Yeah. You still do it, but like
Yeah.
sometimes it's on purpose. You're like, it just
Exactly.
looks better.
Exactly.
But that doesn't look better.
No, it just looks like there's a character on the floor. It's like, to the brig.
She talks from her leggy.
She do.
The poor puppy comes from her stomach too.
No, you're right.
So it's just it's her hell.
Yes.
Her tummy mouth.
Uh,
Yeah, every single character except for like Percy. Well, in the first panel. Oh my god. Wait, have you always been using a texture on the bubbles? You have. I didn't even notice.
yeah.
The-
I also added a texture just because, like, they looked so bright when they were white.
Yeah.
So I added, like, a little gray texture onto it.
They're sentient. Rael has a tummy mouth and a leg mouth. Her kneecaps have little mouths. I love Edward.
The fifth panel does have a nice little line of action.
It does. Yeah. It's got some things going on. I hate that she has a major merger with her elbow in the panel.
Yeah, it's creating, like, a tangent where
Yeah.
it looks like it's touching the side of the panel.
Yeah, it looks like it is the panel. I feel like Rael should have popped out of panels more.
She really
Rael
should
and
have.
Zoltar should have just been breaking panels constantly, yelling at things.
Exactly. I did that in like the first chapter where I broke some panels. Like there's no reason for it. I was just trying things.
Yeah.
But I wish I'd been like more intentional with having like the bombastic characters like break things.
Yeah. Well, you got better with that once we did Pretty Mouth, because Pretty Mouth was like gave you a reason to like, okay, break things.
Mm-hmm.
So, improvements for 9 point. Oh my god, I just saw the next hands. The hands. His little hands. Are you seeing his little hands? Imagine Rael just hikes up her dress to reveal 2 mouths, both on her kneecaps and with rows of teeth.
Oh my god, the little hands.
To the brig, not puppy. Oof. Lamb.
Oh god. Oh no.
It's Crazy Jim
It's
time.
Crazy Jim time.
Okay, Crazy Jim was not my character. Crazy Jim was a Jen invention, and I had to work with him. Crazy Jim has a whole backstory written by Jen where he was like stranded on a desert island at some point, and like his wife is dead, and he fell in love with a barrel that he calls the name of his wife, I believe, is the story of Jim.
Yes.
He's
He
married
lives-
to the barrel.
He lives in the barrel.
He
who he's
lives-
married to.
Yeah, exactly. That's Crazy Jim.
So
I hate Jim. Howdy, y'all. Hey.
hey, isn't he also like a surgeon or something? He
Yes,
used to be
he-
like a medic.
Yes, he used to be a medic.
So we know. I like this panel. I like panel 4.
Oh, to be
Honestly.
crazy and married to a barrel. Jim pulls it out for us though. Jim's a great kid.
I like panel 2 and I like panel 4. Those are some good panels.
Wait, panel 4?
Fun.
Oh. I like that Elias is on the floor and then suddenly up. Like, how is he getting up? Like, he has to do a sit-up to do that.
That's
and
true.
Elias ain't doing a sit-up.
He doesn't got the
Do you think Elias
abdominals
have
for that.
abs?
no.
Elias has no muscles.
Uh,
Well, part of the reason like Elias is so crap is like he's been abused.
True. He's
By-
been
The ambassador who wants to like dethrone him. So she's just like not taking care of him at all.
mhm.
But like none of that's really delved into because I don't know. For real, by the time I was good at writing, I was like, I don't want to be writing Sovereign. So
we were like, let's get it
I
done.
just neumed it to the end.
Yes.
I
Oh.
spaced out on the narrative and just read not puppy out of context. His name's Puppy.
Here's Crazy Jim.
I love all the pictures of just the barrel.
I know. It's like a creepy pasta.
He's like salad fingers.
Yes.
Who the
the
frick
fuck
is-
Jim?
Don't swear.
Sorry, who the frick?
Who the frick is Jim and why is everyone talking about him? We're meeting Jim right now.
Why's Crazy Jim poking in the eye? I think he's like.
I love the
don't know.
panel of Elias turning.
This one?
Yeah, he's just so cute.
He's like, what?
I like when his tears are stolen.
Imagine you get thrown into like the brig and you're sitting there having a little cry and you turn around and there's just an eye staring out of a barrel and then a hand emerges
And takes your tears.
and takes your tears. That's horrifying. Me drinking Aaron's
I love
tears.
that the barrel doesn't stand out at all.
Nope.
Because you're in like a wooden room. As if all wood has to be the same color.
Listen.
Also, it's so dark in there. Like they have magic in this world.
I know. He's also wearing a lantern. There should be light coming from it.
That's true.
Like, I remember working on these. I think for the background, this wood paneling, instead of grabbing like a lighter color to work on it, I think I grabbed like the dodge tool, the old dodge tool in Photoshop, and I just ran it over the color.
Oh god, the wood is like the bane of our existence. Like it's just so bad. Like it just continues throughout. It's what makes the next few scenes so bad, which sucks because like one of my favorite scenes, like I was looking forward to, is drawn so crappy. I'd love a redraw of just the scene that comes up. If we go into chapter 3, I'll talk to you about it. All right. There's not much to say. It's wood. I hate how he moves. It makes no sense. His barrel would fall over if he moves like that. We needed a better way for him to move.
We really did. You should just have like his little legs come out the bottom and he just runs at you. Oh my god.
He should have put his little arms at the bottom.
Just crab walked. Horrifying.
I always forget about Jim. It's so dark, but like the oh my god, the penciling's really bad on this.
Yeah.
And there's no inking. It's just straight to pencil. It's just straight to color from pencil.
Basically.
I kind of love the energy of the last panel. I don't love the art, but I love the energy.
He seriously is like a creepypasta monster.
Oh, Siri. He's Siri. The power of love keeps the barrel upright. Jim is a hermit crab. Why is Jim yellow though? Right? Skin is Ursula's trouble.
I didn't understand.
Like Ursula got like on Tumblr, she got accused of whitewashing once, which fair, valid, whatever. Yeah. But like the real reason behind it is Ursula didn't know how to draw anything colored.
Yeah.
Yeah. She thought it was skin color. But it wasn't.
It was not. It was too light.
Well, the thing is, okay, if Ursula draws white people, like literally white, so like adding color, she assumed, and then she went too dark on the other side with Amanda, and that's why people are upset about us with the Amanda thing, which is also fair. Like I'm saying,
also fair.
All these criticisms are valid. I'm just saying. Ursula goddamn sucked at color so bad.
I really did. Oh my god.
R.I.P. Ushi. Yeah. Poor Ushi.
Wee.
Oh, we're on to the next page?
We're doing it. I'm tired of looking at Jim.
All right. Back on more amazing plot lines. I was teaching a pirate a thing or two. Wait, I need to go back to get Eris. I love Albert.
Oh my god. Whose character was Albert?
Albert was mine.
Okay.
I was like, I'm going to be a pirate. He's a real pirate. Who are you and what ye been doing on Captain's ship? Eris, how dare you get kidnapped? Oh, you found him.
Oh my god.
I love the anger. I love him.
I love this panel where he's looking overboard like, how am I gonna get down?
Of course, Albert is Bones. Yeah, I was just like, I went for it. He's missing a hand, an eye, and a leg. And he speaks like a pirate for no reason, because no one else does.
Nope.
Yeah. But, yeah, Albert was mine. I love this joke, though. I don't love the art, but I love the joke. I'm just happy whenever Zoltar is on screen fighting people.
For real.
I love that his chin is so massive, like, underneath that, like...
I know. You see his chin poking out down here.
Yeah.
His whole face is a problem.
I remember writing my own Pokemon comic when I was younger. Back on more amazing plot lines. Yeah, it was the most amazing. He's teaching pirates a thing or two.
Exactly.
I love Albert because Albert doesn't know what's going on and Zoltar doesn't go on.
I know.
And Ursula broke his neck.
Sorry, just blows him into the
Eris,
mic.
this is the ambassador. They can't both be the ambassador. Give me one of them. Zoltar literally doesn't care which, though, right?
Oh my god. Like... Sovereign is so funny. It's like you're right. You were so good at like stupid jokes.
Thank you. Kills Albert. I love Zoltar. Like Zoltar is just supposed to be like shoving his way through things, like punch and shove. He doesn't care.
Like how he just picks up Eris.
Wait, the next page is good. Next page is good. We know what's wrong. I don't know why it's getting darker outside too, though. Side note.
I don't know.
The sun's supposed to be raising, but it's setting again. I've got the ambassador now. Take them to the brig, R. Ha, I'd like to see them try.
What is this
I love
face?
him just go. I'm just so happy with the first panel. I wish it wasn't so dark so you could see it. Of just him hauling Eris off the side of a ship. Like, we're gonna do this. I don't care.
We're gonna die. Oh my god.
It was the world's shortest day. It's like, it's already ending. SpongeBob me boys. Me head sideways. I also like him making fun of Albert.
Oh my
Little,
god.
little chef kiss moment here.
Oh.
SpongeBob me boy. I don't know why Albert has the thank you panel. It's not a very good one.
No.
Like I do thank you panels now. I was thinking about it last night about thank you panels. I was just like,
You're having a little thinky panel about
okay,
them.
I have a problem with 9 Point right now where I constantly have characters shot by arrows and that's how I reveal a new character is on the scene. Like an arrow flies out of nowhere and then we turn the camera and they're like, "Hello, I'm here." And I was like, this happens a lot.
I love it. That's that's way to introduce a character. Oh my god. Zoltar, go fly.
Oh my god, Albert's mouth at the bottom is huge.
I know. I was like, oh my god.
I don't
It's
love
also like turned. Like his whole lower face is turned the wrong way.
with blue vest guy. I can tell why you didn't add eyes to bigger characters. He looks so awful.
He looks deranged.
Zoltar, go fly. SpongeBob boy, my neck is cracked. Ursula, your hair is super beautiful today. Hair goals,
Aw.
honestly.
Thank you.
Wow. This is the first time anyone said anything nice about Ursula's hair in her life.
It's true.
I say a lot of mean things about
Aw.
Ursula's hair.
You just have silky angel hair, so like average hair does not even compare.
Oh, thank you. Yes, the arrow trick, obviously a common custom. Yes. All right, let's keep going.
Okay.
We're halfway through. But we can't. Oh wait, it's like hi, I'd like them to see them try, but we can't. I'll save the pirates the embarrassment. Yeah, sure. Okay, that's what we're doing. Besides, I think amazement like that is best left to the imagination rather than Ursula's art. If you aren't prepared, just the mere description could be too much to handle. So, Percy, puppy, quiet when your captain's speaking. You aren't my captain. Oh, right, your captain left. Wow.
What is with these eyes? Like, why can't I draw straight? Like, he's just like, his face is like shifted.
Right?
The purple is gone. See, this is the problem. When we get into the inside of the ship, everything is brown and gross.
Yeah. Right?
Horrible.
Ship.
You also, like, can't tell where they are. I didn't do an establishing shot.
Listen, also.
Listen.
Let me laugh at my own goddamn jokes, please. I had to sit with when you make comics, you have to sit with these goddamn jokes for 20 years as Ursula draws them. And then they come into reality, and sometimes they're terrible, and sometimes they're great. And I'm going to bask in that. I love you.
This is a tiny thing. I didn't color her eyebrow.
What? You fool. Damn it, Ursula.
Disappointing.
I was going to say you didn't color Percy's, but then I realized. Oh my god. Okay, I hate these scenes because they go on forever.
They do.
Constantly. Okay.
I think that's the worst panel I've ever drawn.
It's pretty bad. I don't think it's the worst, though.
Oof.
Tell me what you military dogs are up to. What are you talking about? Go on, spill your secrets. The military wasn't loyal to you. Why be loyal to it? I don't know what you're talking about. Of course you don't. Yeah, it just starts getting into like the really badly colored stuff.
Dear God, real.
It's just very melty.
It's so melty. It's so boring. Like,
You hated like making like backgrounds. Like you never designed settings. That's my tip for all of you kids. Design settings as lovingly and carefully as you design your characters, okay?
Exactly.
If you put love into your characters, put love into your settings, because settings are just another character. And settings will hold your character. They will nestle them gently in their arms, and you need to understand how your palettes play with them.
Exactly.
Rael's shoulder mouth confirmed. I hope someone is keeping track of her mouths. She has like a back mouth too.
She do.
Percy talks with his mouth more.
It's because he doesn't have a million mouths like Rael.
Okay, onward.
Holy crap, she hit him hard.
I love that
looks
the
like
punches didn't even do that much
It
damage.
looks like she ripped off skin here.
Okay, sorry, let me read. Haha, that jog your memory? What's your problem? I don't know anything. His ears grew. Take him to the brig, boys. Let's see if that makes him talk. Like, why did I do this whole aside just to send him to the brig anyways?
I know.
Like, it's not a very good scene. Like, it doesn't have an arc at all. Like, this is what I'm talking about, you guys, where I'll read your scenes and then they'll just end, and I'll be like, guys, there needs to be a point to this. And there was almost a point where, like, we're supposed to realize that, like, Rael, like, knows something, and she thinks Percy knows it, and he's in on it, but he's not. But instead of doing one nice scene, I'm going to do 5 scenes of this where we're not going to make any progress whatsoever. But at least I got to do the slap joke. When Zoltar's punch does nothing, but she can slap the skin off a man. Why does it feel like the beginning of enemies to lovers? Okay, there is some enemies to lovers, but it's not between these two.
Not these two.
Read Sovereign here, please. Yeah, you can read along. Okay. Yeah. You know what I hate? Okay, go back.
Oh, sorry.
Stop numing ahead without me.
I just don't like looking at my art.
This is what I would always call the lazy lines.
Oh, you're right.
When you'd get really tired, you'd make these really thick lines that were just like it's not even the lines that I hate. I just knew you were being lazy when these lines appeared.
See, when I notice it now, like it still happens, where when it's almost like an unconscious like shortcut that my brain wants to do, where I'm like, if I do thicker lines, then like I don't have to like, I don't know, render as much. I don't know what it is.
But it's a lie.
Which doesn't make any sense. But it's just like an unconscious thing I do, or when I'm not really focusing on what I'm doing and I'm getting really like lazy with my art, I guess.
Poor Ursula's throat's
I know.
dying.
Pardon me. So my lines get really thick. So whenever I'm trying to do like, so one thing I try to do now when I'm working is I try to use like a thinner pen, and I try to keep it like a consistent weight when I'm inking things, so that yeah.
It's getting real in the Sovereign fandom. What's the floating brown thing on her cheek? I don't know.
Thing on her cheek?
I think it's just a really bad shadow.
Probably.
That's my guess.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's like her hair you're seeing.
Oh, like here?
Oh yeah, like her hair comes. That's weird. It's supposed to be behind the ear, but it's just on her cheek. Yeah, that is weird. Thank you for pointing out the weirdness. That's a wild abuse of power.
I've also done like a weird like backlighting thing.
Yeah, like
with
on everything
brown?
has like orange on it. Okay,
Like-
I'm gonna grab some water too. We can
Mhm.
take a little break and cut this.
But yeah, it's not great.
Gotta keep our voices.
I know. How's it already been an hour and a half? Feels like it's been 10 minutes. Chapter 2 is long. Unnecessarily long. Bone said chapter 2 is unnecessarily long, which I agree with. The paw cup. I'm drinking out of a little kitty paw.
Listen, I'm at my
I'm having fun too. I'm having a good time. See, we prepared to draw a magpie if we ran out of like reading material.
All right, I'm back. But yeah, okay. So
Shut up, Charlie.
I love that
didn't-
part.
I didn't drop water on my lap.
Anyways, chapter 2 is like unnecessarily long and it doesn't have any real scenes to it and it's just meanders, and that was like a huge problem up until like chapter 4 that happens in Sovereign, and it's all my problem. Now I tend to like sacrifice jokes to like move the plot along.
Yes.
Take him to the break. Let's see if that makes him talk. Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, this is where Zoltar got like too obnoxious. Okay, around here, like there's way too much Zoltar dialogue. Also, it's annoying that Ursula put all of it in this one bubble and didn't spread it
I had
out.
all this freaking room and I shoved it all in the corner. See, this is what I'm talking about with people when I see your captions and speech bubbles and you do this. And I'm like, don't be me.
I read Break Boys as
10 years
Big
ago.
Boys. Like, who the hell are these big boys?
These big
Yeah,
boys.
don't be past Ursula.
Don't be me.
Here, learn from our mistakes.
Yes.
And so I wasn't able to teach all the pirates how to fight. You can't just force amazements of that level. And I was tired, and Eris wasn't a help. Besides, I'm more of a one-on-one sort of teacher. Like, wait, sort of like an advisor and ambassador to be.
This is another thing I
Let
would.
me finish the
Sorry.
story.
Sorry.
God, don't you know who I am? If I taught magic instead of fighting, I could have even taught Elias. Wait, you do. Retcon. Okay. Hold that thought. The story is going to be interesting for a bit. No, it's not, you goddamn liar. Of course not, or you wouldn't be acting stupid. I appreciate you for like making different words bigger. Sometimes you don't do that currently and it bothers me. So
I know.
there you go. Okay. Now you may talk about this black page where nothing is occurring because I do not see anything.
So, one thing when you're lettering your comics is one thing I do here that bothers me is I'm taking like pieces
Do you
of
need
a
to, like,
phrase.
Sorry to be mean, but do you need me to like heat up some water to put in your teacup?
Maybe that would help.
Because it could make you tea again.
Make me a little
Yeah, I'll
tea.
make you a little tea as you explain the writing to them.
Okay.
See, I'm being good husband. Not just an interrupty boy.
Oh, thank you.
Good.
You can pour that out and put a new tea bag in or something, please and thank you. What was the thing? Right. So I'm taking phrases here that are kind of like you like one on one. You'd read that as like a single phrase. So what I've done wrong here is I've split it up onto two lines. So one on one, which you associate as like one phrase, has been split up, so it can be difficult to read. People can misread it. So when you have like an important phrase like that, try to keep it together on the same line. I find if I can't keep it on the same line for like spacing reasons, I tend to break it up so that each word has its own line. So that at least it's like it's either all together or completely broken up is kind of my rule for it. This also has a lot of text for one page. So you can have a page with a lot of text as long as you spread it out like in a way where it's legible. I also have some really weird like line spacing where, and I think it's because I had this like big text which was pushing this down farther than this. These days I tend to do like much wider spacing between different lines of text, just so that it's easier to read. Because yeah, when they're so like condensed close together like that, it can be difficult. So I'd recommend adding like a little bit of space, not so much that it's like a super big space between different lines, but enough so that the letters aren't like squished together. The upper narration is too long to be comfortable in that box. Totally. Totally. Yeah. And then this page is just kind of dark and boring. Like, you can't tell anything that's going on. I'm honestly impressed with the art. Like, compared to what Ursula draws now, it doesn't compare. But she was 17. Holy heck. Well, thank you. That's very sweet. No, just normal tea's fine. Just tea and hot water. Setting my monitor to bright as heck to see the comic? Yes. Oh, thank you. He got me new tea.
Yeah, I gotta keep your voice alive.
He loves me. See,
Sound like mine was this week.
I think my problem was I was having tea with some milk in it, and milk is not good for your throat when you're trying to speak.
Yeah, it's not.
Gets it all gummy.
Yeah, gotta eat an apple.
Exactly.
All right, I'm back.
Hello.
Did you tell everything? Shove.
I did. Shove. I did. I did a good little talk about typography here.
Awesome. There's just too much Zoltar narration here. It's just rambling. Like, I think you're supposed to kind of ignore it, but like I needed a way to just let Zoltar ramble without it like taking over.
Hmm.
Anyways, I like the next panel that happens on the first page. It's cute.
This one? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that is cute. That's a cute panel. It's got some movement to it. It's got a cute expression.
Here, I'll read the things. Fine, I don't care. Eris, this is stupid. Okay, this one this one has like a good joke, but it's again, you have really bad blocking.
Yeah.
And there's no establishment of like what things look like what the space is.
Mm-hmm.
So like you don't get to see the beautiful horror that is Zoltar just not noticing the barrel man assaulting this poor child.
See, totally. Because what I would have done now is I would have like had an establishing shot where you can see like Crazy Jim and Elias in the background as Zoltar's like talking to the people outside of the cell. And then with this panel down here, like Elias being attacked, like I like how it's in the foreground and Eris and Zoltar are in the background.
Yeah.
But it needs to be like pulled onto frame a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shove, Deb.
I also like it's so because I use like the little dot and line eyes for everything, it's really weird that he has like the big irises
Totally.
here.
I always thought it was so random when you would see the colored eyes.
Totally. Because what I should have done if I wanted to utilize like the little dot eyes is I should have used them for like characters that are like far away or in the background. And as soon as you do like a close up, you could probably see like the full color eye.
You probably colored them because I was complaining about it.
Probably.
Like, I don't need huge anime eyes. I just need, like, sometimes to see the eyes and not have, like, kitten eye slits all the time.
Eris also has these, like, hauntingly bright eyes.
Yeah.
It was like, I just didn't understand how to color balance it.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even see him in the background.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, same darkness problem.
Yep.
Same blocking problem. All right. I'm okay with moving on. This was a horrible plan. Would you calm down? See, that's bad writing. I'll explain in a bit. Never. Oh God, what is this panel? Where do I start?
Here's another lesson in typography.
Okay, never mind. This isn't interesting at all. It's boring. Where was I? Oh yeah, I could have taught the kid. Teaching gets boring. Oh, sorry. Really quick. That's why I make a lot more. Hey, quiet down. I'm thinking. Zoltar. I liked Zoltar interrupting himself. I forgot about that.
No.
Oh my god. Okay, there's a lot going on in this page.
Yeah.
Okay, for a side note, the Zoltar Eris thing is so badly written, and we'll discuss it, but like one plot point that is essential to Sovereign that I never mention like at any point is that Zoltar can feel Eris's emotions.
It never gets mentioned.
It's like, yeah, there's a whole thing. I will discuss it at length as it becomes more prevalent, especially in the chapter 5 or 4, one of them. Anyways, back to Ursula's issues.
Okay. So, For one, I find this annoying that I have two speech bubbles in the exact same space on two different panels.
Yeah,
That
same.
just bothers me.
Unless it's supposed to be like a staccato feeling.
Totally. Unless it's you're bringing attention to the parallel between them or
Yeah.
something like that. But here it's just like I didn't plan things out
Yeah.
to make it interesting. It also looks like Eris is talking in this first panel. Like
It does.
oh dear. Okay. This is these captions here are particularly terrible because I think I did a whole rant about this on a recent video, but the way this comic is supposed to be read is from left to right. However, I have placed these so that it is read right to left, which doesn't make sense compared to the rest of the comic.
It hurt my brain to
It hurts. I did at least stack it so that the first sentence is at the top and the last sentence is at the bottom. However, it still hurts your brain.
Yeah,
So if you're doing something like this, make sure that it is facing the right way.
I also have a bit of a problem, like, from a writing standpoint. Like, it's not the worst, but, like, I have too much happening here.
Yes.
I have, like, too much going on. Like, I'm overlaying way too much.
Yes. This should have been broken up.
Again, I don't know if this is my fault or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if it
I know by
was-
chapter 3 it's all my fault. Because this feels like several pages worth of stuff going on.
Yes.
Because, like, there's no main focus for this. There's so many important things happening. Like, I'm fine with tons of stuff happening on a page. Like, it's really cool and interesting. But I don't like to overlay, like, main events like this
Mm-hmm.
in a way that, like, they're competing. Yeah. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah. Yep.
Body reveal of Crazy Jim, though.
I know. He appears. I do
I've-
like a lot of the expressions on this page. I did a lot of cute expressions.
He did. I like Eris's expressions especially.
Yes.
Eris is looking good and Erisy.
Yes.
Like, I find oh, sorry, I was actually thinking about Crazy Jim, and I was just like, I remember when you tried to defend yourself, you're like, I don't draw the same body type. You're like, I have Crazy Jim.
Looks exactly like Elias's body type.
Is everyone okay? Did we lose everyone?
Are we doing all right?
Can we make it through chapter 2, which is unholily long?
All right. I forgot this what this was leading up to with Jim.
We're still here, intense tea sipping. Zoltar, what? There's someone in the barrel. No, there's no one there. Just look. Huh. I got distracted by things actually happening. But yes, I do like that. Like, it's not done well as far as jokes go, but I do like that both Zoltars are confused right now.
Yeah.
Like that Zoltar just refuses to even, like, look.
I know. I do kind of like this panel. That's funny. You see the barrel in the background. It would be nice if there was better contrast so you could see just the barrel, but
You can also see Jim kind of there too.
yeah. I think that's funny.
I do like Jim, like, gently cleaning up.
I know. He's just there to help. He's a medic.
He's not the bad guy.
No.
He shall not be. He shall not acknowledge the crazy Jim. I love Eris's tiny hand.
I didn't notice.
You draw a lot of tiny hands in Sovereign.
Tiny hands.
My brain decided to give me ideas. Well, I'm proud of your brain.
Oh, heck. Good
All
brain.
right. You also draw a lot of these same panel sizes. Like,
Yes.
constantly. And
Yes.
They're not.
That is...
It's not really good panel layouts for what you're doing.
No. I think that's part of why it feels so repetitive is like, for example, this whole page, like, it's all the same, like camera length. It's all like close-up shots and all the panels are the same size.
Right.
And so it's like hard to tell what's going on. It's very repetitive. It's very boring. So I'd recommend like varying up your panel sizes on a page unless you're going for something like time moving slowly, for example. You could use the same panel size to portray that well.
Old Man Touchy from Disenchantment? I don't know that. Why is Jim in the break? He's just there. He's just vibing.
He's just hanging out.
This is where he do. He doesn't feel comfortable like with everyone. He just wants to be alone with his wife, okay? Just leave him alone. The next page I hate as a writing standpoint. I'm really annoyed with Zoltar at this point. Like, he just goes on too much and isn't used well. Anyways, I can't think of the word. It's probably amazing. I teach people amazingly, unlike Olivia here. Like, okay. I guess we've seen Olivia before. So
Yeah.
that's good. Well, Layson, where is he? He called us often best. Advisor, Olivia. He's just a boy, Captain Layson. You should have brought the ship down if it meant you could save him.
AKA, she wants him dead. She's like, why did you kill him, you idiot?
She also has tummy mouth.
She do.
Layson, take down those pirates before they hurt our ambassador. We will. Bow.
Wow. Ugh.
I like the color palette because there's something kind of eerie in the top panel, and you almost are making a scene, like a setting, which is good. Like, it's a better establishing shot than you usually do. It's not good, but it's way better than your usual thing.
I do. I agree. I really like the top panel. I think I did some interesting work with having like the gold light coming into this really dark room. And I like the shapes I was using and stuff. Like, I really like this gradient of the light coming in that I did. It's got like an interesting texture.
Zoltar and Eris in the last is almost a meme format material.
That's
I feel like there's a lot of sovereign ones that would be good for memes.
lots of good faces.
Bow. Okay.
But I should have done like another shot where you actually see like the room they're standing in. I'm not a huge fan of the colors I chose, but like I was trying things.
Yeah, well, at least they're complementary. I feel like if Olivia and Layson were adhered to it, it would look interesting.
Yeah.
It would be a little eerie sunrise. Like how thick the light is in the background. It looks like a curtain.
It does. I was trying stuff.
Layson still swallowed by the darkness.
Yeah.
Okay, so as a writer, next page. Why? Why did I just cut to go right back to this?
Right? Why was there only one page? What?
It doesn't make sense too. And then there's the whole Zoltar thing that's just kind of got left. Also, the way that you've drawn this makes it look like Zoltar should be able to see this.
He should, yeah.
Also, this is really goddamn creepy.
This is weird. I feel like this is like a holdover from our RP.
Yeah. Please don't lick the butt. This is why I hate Jim, this scene.
He's the worst.
It's really
He's
bad.
just like a creepypasta monster. That's Jim.
I don't know why. Yeah, this is definitely a holdover from the RP. This is
Yeah.
something that would happen in a different Bones story. I'm onto the cannibalism scene, by the way, in that one comic of
Oh
ours.
no.
I think I've made it tasteful, but horrific.
Tasteful cannibalism.
Well,
I like your
tasty
pun.
cannibalism.
SCP Jim, yes. Okay.
I always have to have a little bit of cannibalism. Oh man.
Eris is just us. Like what?
Oh, also before we go off that, I
What?
do like me writing a page with no dialogue that actually works.
Yes.
It's horrifying, but this page is actually really well done.
It has an establishing
The
shot where we
it
can
has
see
a
the
close,
space.
It has a close up. It has our creepy little face, and then it has like you can tell where everyone is. It's actually lit really well compared to like everything. Like I just want to say that this is one of your best pages and one of my worst.
Why is this the page I went all out on?
Aside from the lick
Yeah.
sound effect. I love the hee hee and scoot scoot.
I know, I like the scoot scoot. Alliance is like, what is happening?
I want this page to burn though.
I think I just, looking at the next page, I think I just started working on like adding a light source
Oh yeah.
in general.
Okay. Zoltar, you should do something. But You kidnapped, stupid not heiress. Oh, it begins. But you said ambassadors are loaded, right? So?
Eris is such a mood.
I love Eris. He gets more and more of a mood. I love their little, like, shuffled in the corner
This
chatting.
feels like a meme format again.
Where's his hand coming from?
Whose hand?
Zoltar's.
That's a good question. It must be the one closest to the wall.
Yeah, it's just really weird when you actually think about it.
Weird.
Slorp. Yeah, it's still too dark. Same problems.
Yep.
But it's a little better. I like
It's a
that
little
there's
better.
a pulled out shot at the end.
Yes.
A little bit. You're starting to do more camera angles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zoltar's baked from cheering candles. Yes. I love his face here. That nose. Anyways.
Okay, next one. He gets it. I'm gonna untie you. Gasp. How are you gasping? And then you're gonna pay me. Yeah, Elisa's face is melting in that little call out.
It's melting. Look at his freaking...
Why did you shove the call out right into the corner like that?
I don't know.
It's also a really bad call out because the call out image of him is the exact same size of like him.
Yeah.
Which is not what you do for a call out panel at all.
Nope.
Yeah.
The faces in this are all terrible.
I like Jim in the background jumping into his barrel.
Lightning speed.
He's skitters. Yeah, you're trying again.
I'm trying.
I feel like this is the point where you're trying again.
Exactly.
I think it's like I'm almost done. I need to try.
I feel like this is like a new batch of pages because I still do this, but I used to work in batches where I'd be like, I'll work on these 10 pages and finish them, and then I'll start on the next 10 pages.
Ursula mocap Jim. Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely feels like a new batch.
Yeah.
Okay. You're doing the weird orange light thing though.
Yeah, doing that again.
Think
like, why have I highlighted Zoltar with the orange? I think it's just because like he's so dark, and I was like, I need a highlight.
I will highlight him.
Ursula, you were a fool.
It was also my fault. I was trying to do anything. I was like, try this, try that. And you needed to learn color theory.
I needed it.
Yeah, and light and shadow and all that.
Trying so hard. I remember reading books. I remember doing tutorials about color theory, and I didn't get it. I don't know why.
You're still behind, but you're way better.
Oh, thank you.
You're way better with palettes and stuff from like graphic design, but painting is still a struggle.
It do be.
You'll get better though. You learned a lot through this. You'll learn a lot through 9 Point.
That's true.
My computer's about to die.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
whatever. Okay, keep going. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. But I can't pay you.
Stop. What a great what a great sound effect.
Yeah, instead of just showing him stopping. I mean, I can't pay you yet. As soon as I'm back in the palace, I'll pay you. Promise. Zoltar looks so upset.
He is upset. He's like, I'm not doing anything unless you pay me.
You put me through all this trouble.
I hate this panel, Elias, who, like, it should just be focused on him because he's just talking, but he's shoved off into the corner.
I think the problem is otherwise you'd have Zoltar Elias.
Oh, true.
Which would look really bad too.
Yes.
That's the problem when you do only mid shots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you've gotten better at talking panel, like back and forth chatting.
Yes.
I have too, because I explain what I want a little more.
Yes.
All right.
I do like this panel though, where he's just like dropping.
Yeah.
All grumpy.
I like. This panel's bad.
Oh god, his back's broken. Percy.
And so he stayed in the brig. The kid spent the night terrified because no one had ever taught him anything. Stupid kid. I was amazing, and I knew better basically everything, so I didn't care.
This is just me. Stupid kid.
Why is Percy in Eris's butt? Right?
Because there's definitely a tangent going on there. Oh my god. I hate my art.
I love his tiny Pete though.
Tiny Pete. Oh.
Okay, the last page you're gonna hate.
I hate it.
See, whenever
Gross.
when I said like draw a ship flying away, I probably meant like, you know, have the castle in the background as the ship zooms forward and off on the great adventure. And you're like, haha, boat.
Exactly. Boat.
Wow.
Heaven help me. I need Jesus. That's terrible. A way to spell it out like that. I love the one. I know. I didn't.
I mean, the sails aren't actually supposed to even be a thing on these ships.
No, they don't matter.
We never sat down and designed the ships.
No. Make sure to design your settings and your major important objects.
I mean, the ship is a setting.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I need to grab a plug.
Okay.
Then I'll be back.
Okay. I don't want to look at this anymore.
Stare at it.
No.
Read the comments. Touch them.
Okay, let's read. The moment when the narrator of a story is a narcissist. Cough, cough. Zoltar is full of himself. I like how the narrator is the zany side character. It makes things a lot funnier. Aw. No idea what this is referring to. Saxton Hale? Pretty boys. This is why the barrel guy shouldn't have company. Thank you. Your comic is amazing. Thank you. The narrator guy is hilarious. I love all these characters. Aww.
I can't believe people like Sovereign.
I know.